Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I'm back with some more backwards tags and whatnot. Starting out, last time I did flowers, mostly there was a bunny, but it was mostly flowers. Today I'm going to do just miscellaneous objects, especially ones that are like kind of hard, because this one's like really quite big. And also it's like a weird kind of color. So where this might be like the perfect size, color wise, it really doesn't work great, not for me anyway. And then this one is just a little too, colors don't work for that either, and this is a little too modern with this, although I do like the juxtaposition of doing some modern with vintage. That one does not work so great. This one color wise I think is perfect, especially if I could figure out how to have the flower show, but it's too small. But it's also fairly thin, so I could go ahead and put it on something else. Like I was thinking this, I could cut it to whatever size, but then that doesn't show up there. Or this, which puts the two upside down, but I don't really care. Or I could have it be upways this way. Actually, I don't think I tried that before. This, as long as this doesn't get cut off, is good. Let's see. I'd rather cut off these two bits than this bit. So, and my other thought was here, oops, maybe this way. Just, you know, and just collage it onto there and maybe rip it to make it look more seamless, which is, I think I'm going to do that on here. So I'm going to rip this bottom piece just so that it looks more like it would be collaged onto this top piece. And I think I'm also going to line this up over here and cut off the excess over here, I think is what I'm going to do, because I can. Does anybody know where my glue went? I had it 2 seconds ago. Oh my word. So if you have like a big piece of fussy cut and you don't have an already made card, well, maybe you've got some collage bits that haven't had their backing on them yet, and that would work really well for, how was I putting this? For this way. No, this way. Oh my word. Was I doing it upside down? I guess I was. That's all right. Your numbers can be upside down. That's okay. It's just background and it adds interest, eh? I throw things and then I can't find them. That's, ooh, look how pink that is on the back. Well, we got a pink flower on the front. So now the front and the back kind of sort of coordinate. Anybody know what happened to this stupid picture? Here it is. Oh my word. And then I'm going to line this part, this top part of the base of the Victrola. I'm going to line up with that, where this cuts off. Let's see. I'm going to have to come over just, oh, actually, I might want to line that up with the flower. There's different ways. And then you won't hardly be able to tell that the letters are upside down. Okay, here goes nothing. Sometimes you want to pay attention to where you line your fussy cut piece up when it's on collage, because one, you know, I mean, it'll look good no matter what, but sometimes lining it up a certain way, it's going to actually look a little bit better. So you kind of want to think about that sometimes, and just letting that flower, you know, cut. Then I won't have that sharp, I won't have that sharp line of the, okay, but I do want this to be straight. I don't have a lot of time with glue stick, but definitely have more time than if I was using art glitter glue. There we go. So now we have a more organic line into the rows instead of where it just cut off from where the page came in. That's what I'm trying to say. And I can either put something down here, like I could put a little bit of color down there maybe. If I had that color pink, it'd be good. Or Gray. Gray would be good. Do I have gray? I don't have gray. Why would I have gray? Is this gray? Is it? Is this gray? Do we think? Let's see. Is it? It's kind of a really, really dark gray. But what I actually, these sitting here, what I could do is just take one of these and use the sewing line on the bottom to act like it. I know what I'm doing. All right, I've got this, the watering can gray, so that's gray, and I just need something that's at least wide enough. Yep, that'll work. Of course, I won't be able to see it. Where's my clear one? Any one of my clear ones would be great, but no. All right, and then I'm gonna do it so this straighter line is above, yeah, let's see. I hope. I don't know, I'm going in blind, people. Can't see what I'm doing. I think I went a little lower than I wanted to go, but I was afraid I was gonna go a lot higher than I wanted to go. And also, it's crooked, but that's all right. And I just figured out what to do if I want to see what I'm doing. Okay, we'll just go like this. Set it down, set down, okay, and then squish it on there. That's another way to do it. So now it's almost like there's something grounding it, and I brought the gray down from the top. I still might cut that bottom off just a little bit. It's just a lot on the bottom, a lot of space at the bottom that I don't like. And you can do that. You can cut your tag. If you could find your cutter, it's right here. I can see it. It was under something, which made it harder to actually see. See. So, I'm going to just go right there. See, personally, I think that just looks a little bit better. And then we'll do the Rachel thing where we just cut off the 4 corners just a tiny bit, because that's what it said it wanted. And the inking is always optional, personal preference, kind of a deal. And so let's see, I don't think if I did anything, I would have wanted to stick another flower behind here, but I've already glued it down, so that's not going to happen. I don't think I want to do anything else to that. I don't think a word would enhance it. What I may do when I put it in a journal is I may put some lace on one of the sides. We'll see. So that one's done for now. What else do we have in our, here, this one's hard to, it's a pain to cut out, but it's hard to find a base for that. And for that, you might actually want to look at your flowers too, just to layer it a little bit. I could layer it with some flowers. I know the other flowers are up there, but my smaller flowers are down here. And I'd want something more like maybe some Tim Holtz. No, they're too small, I think. Maybe this just coming out the side here or something. Do I have 2 of those? I thought I did. I have 2 slightly different ones, yep. So that could work, or it depends what our background ends up being. Like the blue, no, I think I like the pink with that sepia. Might work best with the pink. So how I put them will depend on, yeah, I don't like the sepia with the purple. All right, so now the hard part is going to be to find a piece that's big enough. Like this could work color-wise, and it's just a little small. It really needs to be just a little bit bigger than that. All right. So bigger than, we didn't like the purple. No, I don't like that. That's a pocket. How would it be on that pocket? Oh, too big. Lots of cards are just not quite big enough. And that's why having the bigger pieces like that is a little bit harder to do. This one doesn't really stand out too much, I guess, but maybe if we put these in here, then it might not be quite big enough. And then we have this one, which is bigger, and also might want to put some, oh, book page would be perfect, wouldn't it? So this one I think would be a good size, and I personally, I consider the teals to be kind of sort of neutral. All right, let's find some book page. Book page, let me pause so you don't have to wait for me to look for the, wait, I just had, all right, still gonna pause. All right, I think I probably could have used a little bit bigger piece of book page, but I'm gonna, I mean, I've already cut 2 pieces, so I gotta live with one of them. And this was one of, you know, the Italian pieces from Italy, from Rachel. Just realized I could probably turn that around. Does that make any difference? I mean, this around. I mean, this part, back part.
All right, take care. All right, bye.
I like those holes showing. They didn't really show so much before. All right, let's go ahead and glue this on. So yeah, sometimes if you have an odd shaped piece of fussy cut, you really like it and you want to use it, but it's either big or it's just awkward. You know what I mean? Just go backwards. Go ahead and figure out how you want to do it from the picture down. All right, let's go ahead and get that glued up. And which is this one? Get this one. I'm so messy with glue. Get this one glued up. And get the other one glued up because they're going to be layered. And I glued the last one first. Because I don't know why. Okay, so he's gonna go right about here, and then I think I had this one kind of in the front this time with that part in the back, and it's gonna hang off the page a little, well, it's gonna get cut off the page basically, but that's so that this one can be more on the page. I mean, not completely, but more. All right, there we go. I kind of like that. You guys like that? It's a different way. You can layer with different things. You can layer with labels. You can layer with other pictures. I like layering some objects with florals, or I might layer some clocks with florals or animals and whatnot. Now, if this felt like it was a little too far to the right and I can't really move it now, oh, I wish I could straighten it a little bit. But see, this is actually, it just feels off. You know what it needs? Probably needs a word or a label. Those aren't the labels. Those aren't the labels. These are the labels. Like, maybe he's writing a letter. I don't like how that covers it though. No, don't like that one. But you get the drift, right? If you find the right label, it would balance that corner out, I think. And you don't have to be like me and stress about which label is the perfect label. That one could work. It'll just cover it. I don't want it to be an orphan. I mean, it'll be connected to the paper. Or either that, or I don't want to line it up on the bottom. Okay, size-wise, I think it works. And if I bring it up like this, then we have a little bit of that edge showing under there so that it's, you know, not lined up perfectly with that. I don't want to do that. I'd want to go either a little below that line or a little above that line. And covering a little bit of that side of the typewriter, that wouldn't bother me. All right, just stick it on there, lady. Why are we overthinking it? That was like the opposite of what we're trying to do here. We don't want to overthink it. But we want to balance it. We didn't want to really draw the eye too much down there by like putting a color per se. I don't know. It still feels, all right, first of all, it's not straight, and that's going to bug me. If the bottom of the typewriter is not straight, which actually it's not not straight by much. So it's just me and my eccentricities, apparently. But you know, once you do one side, then you gotta fix all the other sides. I think we want to come a little bit further. And there, I cut a little bit off that edge too. So, I don't know. Sometimes trimming it down does just what you need it to do. And I'm okay that there's paint on the back of there. That just shows us the original, because this is actually a freebie in my on my Facebook group. I don't know if it's on Ko-fi or not. I can't remember if I did that. And then I'm just gonna do those little corners like Rachel Roxy Creations does. If I talk about Rachel, I'm usually talking about Roxy Creations. If I'm talking about Gail, I'm usually talking about Gail Augustinelli. If I'm talking about Amy, I'm usually talking about Crafty Cat. If I'm talking about Tina, it's usually Shabby Dabby Doodah. And if I'm talking about who else? Kim, then it's Kim Newberg. If I'm talking about Took, then it's Took's Crafty. Alright, that was 2. And hopefully we don't... Okay, so that was 2 objects. Let's try another object here. Maybe we could go ahead and take out a clock, but we could do it with something else. Let's see. What do we got? I'm not doing the carriage. I don't know what to do with the carriage. And these middle flowers are not what my flowers are here, because I use them more as layering pieces. I've got some really weird random stuff in here. I've got this cute little bakery thing. I've got a feather for layering, if that's what I want to do. I've got these books. See, the books are tall. It is a little bit harder to find something for tall. But I also probably want to fussy cut those. Same with these, I'd want to fussy cut them. Hey, where were these when I was doing the tall skinny tags? That's the question. And these are all fairly easy. Oh, these are wide, this little stack of books. They're kind of wide. Might be a little bit harder to do something with. This clock might be a little small for that though. Let's see. I'm seeing... Oh, you know what might be good with them though? I have a flower in here that's made out of paper. You know, so I essentially could be kind of made out of book page, maybe. Which is also kind of hard to use because it's so giant, but that might be kind of cute with the books, either that way, or I think this dark part is usually the bottom, or that way. And let's see, try this one again. Yeah, see, this stack of books is awkward because you have this big blank space. So that would actually be a good place for a quote as well. And I do have quotes. Here's my words. Too bad I don't have a quote about reading. You're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. There's that one. C.S. Lewis, who is an author, so that one might work. To see what is right is not the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. These are just in 2020 I found a calendar with all these quotes and I thought, hey, I won't have to actually print them out myself. I'll just use the C.S. Lewis one. I think that one will work. And then where some words are so not coming to the forefront of my brain. See, the colors don't work, but size works. I'm not sure about this one because I get a little bit of lost. But book page, let's see, would be a nice, I don't know, can you tell I just want to use this background for something? I kind of don't mind how the brown and blue looks with that green background. And then this is going to take up, oh my goodness, I did, okay, good. I was like, did I press start earlier? I had my ruler. They were both together over there having a party. I think I'm just going to use my straight one because then I can see on the edge here to make sure I'm getting it straight. Or move. Or if my line comes over, I wish it was a minute ago, but now it's not. Okay. There we go. And that's about how far over. A little further. About there. Alright. Hold it good. And then see how this goes over farther? I can just line up one of these. It helps if you don't have paint all over your ruler, then you can see better. But I like that I can see through that ruler. Now I could have cut it into a circle around the thing too, but I didn't. So I might want to back it with a little bit of something. Where'd that flower go? Nope, not that. However, I do have layering bits like die cuts, like something like this, and some different. See the blue down there? Is there a bigger one? That one's a little bit bigger, but these were from my aunt. She sent me stuff, and if I think, or I could take a white one even, and that one's even bigger. Where's the medium white one? I don't know that I need it that big. I also could go this way. I don't mind that it's the blue down there. Oh my goodness, pick things up. Kind of like this part showing. I don't care about the bumps. So I'm just going to kind of go in and out with the bumps. Because it won't really matter. And then find a blue that's similar to this blue, which I think is going to be well, I'll pull faded green. I think it's going to be like the tumbled glass, but maybe not. And it's almost the same color as what's out there, huh? Let's see what color that looks like. That's pretty close. What does the faded jeans look like? Oh, I think I like the faded jeans. Okay. It just brings out a little bit more of the blue of that. That's all I'm talking about. Okay. Find one of my little... That's got green on it, but I don't care. It'll just give it a little bit of green blue, right? So I'm going to ink this one, and I'm going to ink this one. So yeah, if you have a friend who does die cuts, they can make you a few. You do Happy Mail. You send some that you have, they can send some that they have, and then you're see, it's kind of dwarfed. And now this beefs it up a little bit. That's all. That's all there is to that. And let's see. No, that's not quite the right color though. I was thinking it'd be kind of fun to, add a little bit of like real flower to it. Or like flowers that are real where those are an illustration. Might be an interesting way to go, but maybe not. Not that one anyway. Maybe we'll come on the outside with one later in life. Maybe put the cover on that so we don't get blue everywhere. Oh, like we're getting glue everywhere. So we're not going to get blue everywhere, but we'll get glue everywhere. So now it's almost like a square, almost. But it beefed it up. That's what we needed to pump you up. I can't do Arnold's accent. I can't do accents. Southern in anything that doesn't do R's. Those are the only accents I can do. I know I have more blue pages here. I'm thinking that I might want to just at the very least, edge those pages there so they stand out a little bit more, maybe. Pretty sure the TV's gonna go on pretty soon. What time is it? Oh, it's only 5 o'clock. I guess if he watches the pregame, it'll come on soon. Because it's Sunday. Sunday. Actually, let's bring that in a little bit. And then we can just, see, now they're connected. This is connected to that, and that makes me a little bit happy. It's missing something. What do you think? What do we think it might be missing? Something like the books are just floating, aren't they? Do we want to try this again? Just try it in the, maybe do it on the top too, just the top and the bottom maybe. Try that. Could have done a different one. A different, what is this? Stitch. That's flat on the back. Okay, so then I can just press that down with that piece of acrylic. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll do that on the top too. And it brings some more of the blue in a little bit. And it'll be a little bit different each time because it lays down a little bit different each time. To the top, at least near the top. And just press my acrylic piece down because I don't know where anything is. I use what's on my desk as much as possible. There. I think that actually, that makes me a little bit happier. I don't want to necessarily go down the sides though. At least not with the whole thing. Let's maybe do this. Just take the end here and come up here like it's just an unfinished stitch. Well, and also didn't come out all the way. And over here from the top, just come down a little bit. There we go. There, so it kind of goes like that, and then is empty there, which is fine. So that was another big awkward piece that needed special treatment. See, these probably, yeah, these took longer because they were big and awkward and needed extra special attention. But hopefully now you have some ideas of what to do when you have extra big fussy cut pieces and what do you do with them, right? Hopefully. I hope so. Just play with it till you have something you're happy with. I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you.